So what is up, Pimptos and Buffalos, and welcome back today to another video commentary and to another episode of Buffalos Breakdown, the series where we take either a subscriber or another YouTuber's gameplay and we break it down. We look at the good stuff, we look at the bad stuff, and hopefully by the end of it, you guys can look at the breakdown and hopefully you can become better Call of Duty players. And at the same time, through the process of analysis, hopefully I can also improve at Call of Duty as well. But what we're going to be looking at today is 154 kill gameplay on the map Raid, but this is not just any regular 100 plus. The way that this guy managed to actually build up his score streaks was with the knife only, and of course the score streaks, they do inflate the game quite significantly, but at the same time there's some really intelligent and smart knifing showcased during this gameplay from Reacquire FTW. He's a YouTuber that's up and coming as well. He is growing in this community and he's got some really great gameplays that have just recently been posted, so you guys will definitely enjoy his channel. But anyway, enough about the intro, let's start breaking down this video. Okay, so as we can see right there at the start, we get the combat axe on the B flag, and what he's going to start doing right now is trying to get behind the enemy lines. He's trying to get it so that he doesn't really need to enter any sort of engagement head on. He doesn't want to be going into someone who's got a gun, who's obviously going to outshoot him, because he's pretty much just got this knife. All he has to do is be close quarters, and as you can see right now, he's getting up behind these enemies and knifing them in the back as they come straight up from the C spawn. And this is something that is absolutely pivotal if you want to get a decent knife gameplay. You cannot enter engagements head on. He does get a little bit lucky there, but some may argue. But as you can see right now, he's running back around again, trying to avoid getting into those head-on engagements. And as you see here, he's using the building for cover, and he's just running around waiting for the enemies to come through this building. And this is a really smart thing right here. He's just waiting on this guy, sees that he's going to take the left flank towards the B flag in order to cap it and to give his team the start that they need. And as you can see right there, he's getting so close to that VSAT, and this B flag cap right now is going to get that first VSAT. And as we all know with these high scoring gameplays, as soon as you get the VSAT, pretty much everything else leads from itself. But when you go in knife only, it's not going to be that straightforward. The VSAT assists, they're probably not going to get you all the way to the Dogs and Swarm. You're going to need to rely on a few more kills again. And he misses that combat axe, but he seems to get the guy with the combat knife as he comes around the corner. Let's see what he does in this situation here. Okay, so this is where the smart tactical play comes in once again. He waits around this corner, he knows that he's not going to be seen down there on the floor, and he knifes the guy as he runs straight out in front of him. And something else that's very clever right here is knowing this spawn point by C domination on Raid. He knows people are going to be spawning in that corner, so he gets up behind them, gets that guy there for the swarm, and unfortunately for him, the streak cannot continue because there is someone waiting for him on the steps. So we get those first set of score streaks in. So another very smart move right here, just waiting behind this rock. He comes around, he knows that they're going to be pushing the B flag hard, because as you can see, his team are about 40 points ahead. And as you can see right now, he runs, gets the guy on the B flag, but instead of going back to get the 3 or 4 piece that could have been possible behind him, he waits, he runs away and does not get involved with the engagement. So as you can see now, he's just on the C flag and he waits around this corner right here. Some people may say this is camping, but no, this is very smart play. He could have just followed that guy right there back up the stairs, but he realized an opportunity. He realized there was going to be a chance for more kills right here. This guy, he goes up in towards the sniper position, he knifes him in the back, and once again right now, you can see that he is not engaging the enemies head on. He's waiting for those guys right there, and we're getting very, very close to that VSAT. So he waits around the wall, the UAV is in the air, he knows that the enemy are going to be spawning in the back garage by C, and as you can see there, another brilliant move, just waiting for the enemy to make the move forward to progress, and then he gets up from behind him. Another great play right there, and that VSAT is just about called in. Okay, so one thing people do tend to do when they're getting close to those high-end streaks, they tend to rush around, trying to get them as quickly as possible. What we see him doing here is he realizes that maybe there was an opportunity to go for 4 or 5 of them on the C spawn, but what he does, he gets the 2 in the building, which gives him that opportunity once again to wait around the wall and knife that guy in the back. Once again, we can see here, coming towards the end of the first round, he is still not getting involved in any front-on engagements. He is not getting himself into any sort of gunfights. He's running up behind this guy here, and this is where it does get a little bit desperate. As you can see, he gets in the swarm right there, and this is where people start to get ballsy. People know they've got all of their streaks, so they start going head on once again. And I think right now, the temptation to go right into the middle of C domination was a little bit too much. And he goes into this building here, and the chances are, if it wasn't for the round ending, then he probably would have died in that engagement there. But it's the end of the round. Let's talk about what's gone right so far. So then, ladies and gents, from that first round that we saw right there is only one word to describe it. In my opinion, that was absolutely amazing. That was a few words, but you guys get the general idea. That was the best way that you guys can knife in Black Ops 2. Nothing too eccentric, not really getting into the enemy's faces, looking for those combat axe, 4-man, 5-man feeds, just waiting for your opportunity, biding for your time, and then getting up behind the enemy. Let's see what happens in the second half. Okay, to start off right here, that could have been a potential mistake right there, trying to engage two enemies head-on, but luckily for him, a teammate's Hailstorm missile comes to the rescue, and as you can see right now, with the swarm and the dogs in the area, he's trying to stay away from that A spawn, because he knows that the swarm is going to kill him. It's a stupid thing, but it does happen. Captures the B flag, and already we're getting very, very close with those swarm kills coming in to that next VSAT. He calls in the next VSAT, and we see right there, the enemy respawn right in front of him after that slight transition, and once again, he's just waiting to see how many enemies are going to engage that B flag, and once he knows the enemy are going to get it, because not very many of his teammates are on this side. And this right here again, just using this rock for cover, getting up behind the enemy, see them both go into this building right here, and he knows that there is no way he is going to be shot from head on, because he knows that he's engaging those enemies from behind. And this right here is another pretty big play. He gets behind the enemies, they don't know where he is, they don't know what he's doing, and once again, we see another quick fire swarm. That was a pretty epic streak right there. Let's see what happens from this point. Okay, so what we're about to see for the next couple of seconds is an absolute molestation from the score streaks. You can see the K9 and the Swarm coming in together, just getting so many kills. Anyone that's outside is just going to be bait for the Swarm, and anyone that tries to take any sort of cover indoors, like in this building on the right here, the dogs are just going to run in there, and they're going to nibble them to pieces. But the perk loadout that Reacquire FTW was using in this gameplay was lightweight and hardline, of course, with lightweight and extreme conditioning, which is also what he was running for perk 3. It does mean that he's pretty much just going to be running around the map as quickly as he possibly can. Hardline means that he's going to get those streaks up in the air 20% faster than if he was not to be running hardline. That is quite self-explanatory. And his second tier perk is Cold-Blooded. Lots of people using target finders in this game. Cold-Blooded is of course something which combats that, and you can see right here, it's just another insane knife feed. He gets the capture kill with the knife, and he just runs up behind them. He waits for the opportunity, and the enemy capture the flag, which means he's going to get those capture points as well, and the points just keep on racking in. Is he going to make any mistakes? Let's see. He sent me this video. I'm not too sure how many of the deaths he did cut out. I'm pretty much working with all I can do, and as you can see right there, he just gets into the spawn again, gets another capture kill, and it's another swarm called in. This is just probably one of the most phenomenal gameplays that I have ever seen on Black Ops 2. Genuinely, it truly is. But let's see if he does make any mistakes in these final few seconds. Well, there's always going to be some sort of problem, so we go into this building here, there's a guy around, no! Wow, it could have been an incredible gameplay, it still is an incredible gameplay, but that guy there with his target finder picks him up at the end of it. Not really much he could do. Maybe if he was to really take it and look at it, he probably shouldn't have run in there. He knew it was going to be a great gameplay anyway, and with those guys spawning in the C garage, it probably wasn't necessary for him to run in and try to get that final kill. That's really the only major mistake that I could really point out from this gameplay. I think the final score was 154-3. I am sorry if I'm wrong, but it was something very close to those lines. If you enjoyed this video, please don't hesitate to leave me a like rating, and as well as that, definitely go and check out Reacquire FTW, a good commentator, and he's producing some great gameplays as well. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll speak to you soon. Peace.